So Alex Kurdecha versus Tobias Sperong coming up in about 4 weeks. In this podcast yesterday, they were talking about the match. Basically, Coach Ray was saying that the speed of Tobias is going to be a serious problem Kurdecha is going to have to deal with. If we look in the comments, some people were saying that Kurdecha is just showing up for the paycheck. One more loss for Kurdecha. Although in the poll I put up the other day, Kurdecha was the favorite. Although I was kind of shocked by that just due to Tobias's last performance was pretty insane how he beat Zaranov. So I want to take a look at a match between Alex Kurdecha and Devon Larratt on the left arm. This was the first one, not when they had the rematch where Devon won pretty easily in Colorado on the left and right. But this was the left arm match from EVW 18 that was very entertaining. So just shows that when Kurdecha is coming in a good shape, he is no easy opponent for anyone, regardless of his record in the league. While he's still at 6th and hasn't won a left arm match, this is going to be a big match for him to either get some momentum back in the rankings or not. Let's look at round 1 here. Slip. Remember, this match ended with Devon basically on the ground, completely exhausted. He had to give everything just to win, and that's why he wanted a rematch to make a statement, but also because they couldn't really get Vitaly for the Colorado events. That was kind of not happening, so they needed an opponent, basically. So that's why they had Devon face Kurdecha on both arms. So looks like Kurdecha kind of tried to sink a hook the way he's setting up, trying to sink his cupping, but he gets his wrist compromised, but you see him able to use some type of press there. There's a professional foul with him bringing his elbow off the back. Devon saying it's done already, but he certainly had to work for it, as you're going to see throughout this match, because although Devon has the hand position on the left, sometimes if somebody has a press, such as Kurdecha here, or that match with Vitaly, the Devon's bicep would get fatigued, he would get stretched out, and it would actually be harder for him than anticipated, even though he thought it was completely over at this point. So let's go to the next start. That's 1 foul on Kurdecha. Devon completely straining in the setup, gets the stop a little bit more connected, and starts to go a little bit more offensive than that previous round. Starts making his noises. But you see Kurdecha not relenting on the side pressure. Pretty impressive pulling with his wrist back, but Devon able to get the press. Look at Kurdecha smack the table there. But that was impressive for how long Kurdecha was able to hold on. Let's play that round again here. So Devon getting the high position in the hands. A lot tighter than in the first round. Now he's coming back up to get closer to try to apply that pressure to the side. Kurdecha, Devon transitions to get that hook in, but Kurdecha still has some power in there. And again, you see the technicality of Devon, though. Really impressive. As always, Devon, very, very technically advanced. So round 2. In the strap, Devon gets the good position, starts talking. He's saying, tell everybody how great I am. Reminds me of Travis saying, tell me I'm the greatest. Legendary quote from Travis, which Devon has recycled. And then the professional elbow foul from Alex. So you'll see that Alex not quite out of the match. Devon was doing some showboating in round 2 there, which is obviously super entertaining to watch, but it became a little more challenging for him. So 1-0 for Devon, but Kurdecha has one foul. This time Kurdecha goes right for the press. Devon looks like he's straining pretty hard here. They give a second foul on Kurdecha. So that's 2-0 for Devon. He just needs to win one more. Let's go back here. So round 3. That was an elbow off the back. I'm not sure if you guys caught that, but Devon getting that top position. Kurdecha dragging back with his wrist compromised. Elbow is off the back there. Was not called. Devon trying to transition his shoulder behind, but he's having a harder time than in the previous round where he's able to press. This is where Kurdecha starts to get more confident that he's got enough side pressure to hold off Devon. Devon really straining here. I think his arm must be pretty fatigued from the side pressure of Kurdecha. This time, Devon goes off the back. Looked like a professional foul from Devon there. Trying not to get pinned by that bizarre side pressure. This looks like almost like a position you see Todd Hutchings in sometimes. Like pronated side pressure, but with his wrist back. And then you see as he goes to press forward, Devon's elbow clearly comes off. He's trying to not get pinned. This is the moment Devon realizes it is not quite over yet. He needs to maybe not showboat as much and finish the match. Look at that. Look at that. That is quite a round there. Clearly had to run off the back to avoid getting pinned there. Let's go to the restart here. One foul on Devon. This time clearly Kurdecha telegraphing the press here. He's got his shoulder behind it. He's kind of behind his arm here. Once again, the elbow foul from Devon. Devon must be getting pretty gassed out from all the side pressure and stuff. Devon realized at this moment that he needs to finish his match by any means necessary. So the score would be 2-1. Let's go to the next round here, round 4. Kurdecha again trying to set that press. Devon going pretty offensive, but he just can't get the pin quite yet. Trying to transition his shoulder behind it, but he can't. Kurdecha going in for the press. This match should have been a best of 7 for sure. Like, this was only a best of 5, and it was an absolute war. If it was a best of 7 on that day, that would have been good. But obviously, in the same year, Devon came back and destroyed Kurdecha on both arms. Just wanted to make a statement. So they call coincidental foul. Let's go to the restart. Now, this is a true red line from Devon, trying to hold off Kurdecha and doing anything he can to win this match. Knows that he can't just hold him and win comfortably because the side pressure of Kurdecha is not to be underestimated. Look at that eye contact from Devon. He's trying to basically see when Kurdecha is surging so he can hold it off and try to make sure Kurdecha is completely gassed so he knows when he can transition at the right time, basically. What a match. So they called a foul. I'm not sure who they called that on. But you see how tired Devon is getting. He's really having to redline and go maximum strain to win this match. He's got one foul and one warning. Look at how profusely both of these athletes are sweating. This time Devon shoots in for a hook. Look at that. They call the elbow on Kurdecha. Apparently that was the second foul. I don't think the scoreboard was updated. So that's the win for Devon. And I think, Devon didn't want to win on elbow fouls in an ending like that. It would have been nice to have a more conclusive ending, if that was a best of 7. But obviously, the rematch, Devon made it clear that he was the winner in Colorado. But if you remember this match, Devon was exhausted. Had to really give everything just to win that match. Kurdecha definitely put up an epic fight. So hopefully his match versus Tobias is going to be an absolute war, going to be an intense match. That's the hope, guys. We will see what happens. Let me know, Kurdecha or Tobias, who's going to win that match. Make sure to buy the pay-per-view, guys. Use code TOM to save some money on that. I'll catch you guys with some more content coming soon.